Monday Talks with Ed Marshall is brought to you by
Well, hello, I'm Ed Marshall, and welcome to Money Talks. Well, downriver, there's lots of talk about job expansion and the expansion and growth of Plaquemines Parish. And a lot of that's due to what's happening with the expansion of the Plaquemines Port. We recently sat down with executives at the port to find out exactly what was going on. So here's my report.
The port came about in 1954. And for those 60 years before we made the changes, the port was providing rescue and fire protection on the river, and it was funded through a tariff. And that was pretty much the way it was done every year. There was no move by the port in development. It was all private. And then in 2008, several of the council members realized that we can't continue to do this unless that's what we wanted to do. So we got in a room, we were very honest with each other and said, you know, none of us can do this. We need help. And so we went through a process, a very detailed process, where we did a search, nationwide search through the port magazines and the port journals and stuff. And we ended up with 8 firms that were vying for the contract. We went through the interview process and ended up, as a group, we felt that the Trident Group would give us the best bang for our buck. So their contract was let in 2010. So 2008 was the thought process, 2009 was setting it up. We got the contract signed in 2010. And then in 2011, we actually received the document.
And then the last tenet of that plan came back and it said, you know, you don't own any land and you're not going to be a big port unless you become a landlord port. So those were the 3 basic tenets of the plan. I was hired in August of 2013 and we set about right away starting that plan. They had already broken it away in January of 2013. I was hired in August of 13. And by December of 13, we had purchased our first piece of property. And that was 600 acres located at mile 5055. Well, the growth has been phenomenal. We're an oil and gas parish, and you know, we live and die by the cost of a barrel of oil. It's going to result in thousands of jobs down here in Plaquemines Parish. To see a parish that, you know, of 20,000 plus residents now going to be, you know, the father of the largest LNG in North America, it is huge. It is huge. And, you know, we're a parish that a lot of kids, you know, to find work, they had to leave the parish and go elsewhere. And now we're bringing those jobs back to Plaquemines Parish. And these are good, you know, $85,000, $95,000, $100,000 jobs. These are great paying middle America jobs.
I will not trade my staff or any other staff at any other port in the country, frankly. They are second to none. They punch well above their weight. And so we really have the best staff of any port in the country. And we're going to continue to grow our staff, especially for our folks on the security vessels on the water. Frankly, it's a very difficult job, and sometimes there's a good bit of turnover. But the men and women that work the job every single day are doing a wonderful job. They love what they do, and they understand the importance of safety and security on the Mississippi River. So as we continue to develop, continue to grow, because of all the different projects that we have going on in the port jurisdiction with over $19 billion of private investment, there are going to be a lot of opportunities to bring on more individuals to work for the port. Well, we're always environmentally conscious. Our job each and every day is finding ways to develop the port, industrial development. each and every day. But we believe that industry and the environment can coexist. It should coexist. Frankly, if we don't have a strong coast, if we don't have a strong base to protect us from our hurricanes, then our industry won't be able to grow. Our industry won't be protected. So frankly, it's one and the same, whether it's our levees, coastal protection, properly dredging, diversions, and whatever vehicles and tools that are used to protect our coast are very important to our ports. As you may know, from the mouth of the river to Baton Rouge, it's over 200 plus miles of lower Mississippi River. There are 5 ports on the Mississippi River that make up the largest port complex in the world. 6,000 ships go up the Mississippi River, 6,000 ships go down, more than a half a billion tons of cargo each year that are moving through the lower Mississippi River, 500,000 barge movements every year. And the Port of Plaquemines represents 1/4 of those river miles. So we got to make sure that our coast is protected. We're looking for ways to partner with CPRA as they have multiple projects within Plaquemines, over billions and billions of dollars of investments the state has made through CPRA in Plaquemines Parish. And we recognize it's important that the port, the parish, and CPRA collaborate so that we can develop industry and develop our coast at the same time.
And we'll continue to update you on the Plaquemines Port. Well, the 2019 hurricane season begins June 1st and runs through November 30th. Our media partners at the Plaquemines Gazette newspaper report that the PPG is reminding residents and businesses that now is the time to register to receive emergency notifications from Plaquemines Parish. Once registered, recipients can customize their alerts as to it pertains to weather, evacuations, boil water advisories, and much more. And over the past several years, we want to tell you that Chevron Oronite and Phillips 66 Alliance Refinery have partnered to support Plaquemines Parish's emergency notification system. Through the donation of these companies, Plaquemines Parish is able to provide this service to the residents and businesses at no cost to parish government. Parish President Kurt Lepine and Director Patrick Harvey were presented the donations totaling $8,800 from Jeremy Floyd and David Berthel of Chevron Oronite, and of course Neil Faulkner and Tristan Babin of Phillips 66. We'll have more news when we come back, so stay right here. Hello, I'm Ed Marshall, money coach and host of the Money Talk Show. Our goal each month is to keep you informed on financial issues affecting you and your family. Whether it's concerns about the stock market, mortgages, local community initiatives, or decisions made on Capitol Hill, we do our best to bring you news that you can use. So join me for Money Talks every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. right here on WLAE. Welcome back. Well, 49% or 88 of 181 LSU Health New Orleans graduating medical students participating in the National Resident Match Program this year chose to remain in Louisiana to complete their medical training. 81% of those staying in the state will enter at LSU Health Residency Program. That is up from 46% staying in the state last year and 75% of those entering an LSU Health Residency Program. Dr. Larry Oye, Chancellor of LSU Health New Orleans, says more graduates have elected to remain in Louisiana this year to complete their medical training, and all of residency programs are once again filled. Oye says the school's match numbers reflect stable funding for higher education and teaching hospitals. He credits Governor John Bel Edwards and the Louisiana legislature for increasing the confidence of medical graduates who remain in Louisiana. Well, also making news is the dentistry area of LSU. LSU Health Foundation board member Dr. Christy Swallow has been elected president of the Louisiana Dental Association for 2019 through 2020. Congratulations. And Dr. Henry Grimion Dean of LSU Health New Orleans School of Dentistry, has been installed as the chairman of the board of directors of the American Dental Education Association, ADEA. He is the 6th dean since the founding of the dental school in 1968 and the only alumnus to hold the position. LSU Health New Orleans School of Dentistry is the only dental school in Louisiana. From a national perspective, LSU Health New Orleans School of Dentistry is unique among more than 65 dental schools in the United States because it offers degrees in dentistry, dental hygiene, and dental laboratory technology. We'll be back with more news after this, so stay right here.
Testing. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy.
Welcome back to Money Talks. Our next guest is a true testament to the adage, never underestimate the power of dreams and the influence of the human spirit. The potential for greatness lives within each of us, even when dealing with what often seems to be an insurmountable odd. Casey Oquin, she's 23 years old and suffers from a severe systematic disorder that at this time has no cure. Casey, it's so good to have you with us. We appreciate you coming on. And you're just a young lady from Metairie, right?
Yes, sir.
And you came down with this disorder. So I want you to share your story because so many other people may not know about it, and it's a rare disorder. Tell us how it's pronounced and what it is.
I have scleroderma, systematic scleroderma, and it is accompanied by Raynaud's phenomenon.
Okay. And what are the symptoms for people out there who may not know?
Symptoms include lung involvement, so decreased lung capacity, skin involvement such as tightening and hardening. So it's commonly referred to as a stone disease. Everything's becoming less flexible as far as your organs and your skin.
That's got to be so walk us back to when it started. Back, where were you? In your teens?
I was in high school. I started exhibiting my first symptoms when I was 16 years old, and slowly it progressed as I went through high school. So by the time I finished high school, I had started getting more and more.
And that's your picture right there with it?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
You're still a beautiful lady, though.
Thank you.
And then things started progressing. So tell us about that.
So I started getting very sick, gastro problems. Let's see, I have a lot of inflammation in my joints.
So Casey, tell us more about it. It's a lot of inflammation in the body too?
A lot of inflammation as far as your joints and your organs.
What did you think was happening when it first started? I mean, it had to be like, what is going on with my body?
Yes.
It just, one day, you woke up with it, or just something happened during the day?
It was something I never even noticed until other people started noticing changes with me. So my hands, they started turning white. So that's that signals loss of blood circulation in the hands.
Sure.
So then that progressed to turning blue, which is low oxygen in the blood. So that goes to the extremities, like my hands and my feet. So I had a lot of problems with my hands at first. So then I started losing my function in my fingers. It's like a numbness.
Yeah.
I'm always cold, freezing.
Okay. Well, you're probably freezing in the studio, I'm sure. I'm sorry about that. So you went to this wonderful rheumatologist, Dr. Louis Donovan Perdue Jr., who's really a great guy.
Phenomenal.
And he was out of town, couldn't be here today. And so he started working with you in terms of the diagnosis. So you must have felt better when you found out it had a name or something to it.
I actually was stunned. I'm 18 years old, and I would never think that I would have a disease already. I was always pretty healthy as a child, so it was, kind of a shock thing. at my age especially, because many people say this is an older disease, but that ended up not being true at all. So every year, doctors are learning more and more because of testing and trials.
Right.
And thankfully, I'll be going into my own trials soon.
Yeah, tell us about that, because that's really exciting news we heard. And so tell us about what's going to be going on with you.
So a stem cell transplant trial in Chicago. I will be undergoing chemotherapy to release stem cells from my own heart. So it's autologous. And they'll be extracting the stem cells and then incubating them in some way, and then I'll be rebooting my immune system, essentially. And I'm praying to God that this works, because I have so much hope, and I'm ready to move on with my life. So,
speaking of moving on with your life, I have to tell our audience this. She's going to be, and I just feel great that she's going to get that, and it's going to work. But even with this going on, I mean, I was talking about the human spirit. You still have the tenacity to go to college and graduate. So tell us real quickly about that.
I was struggling in college for just a little bit. I was getting really sick, but I ended up just pushing through it, trying my hardest, and it ended up being the best I've done as a student, which was shocking for me. And so I ended up graduating with honors from University of New Orleans.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And so I'm just on hold because I want to go to graduate school to research PTSD.
And I think that's a great career, because so many people suffer from PTSD and they think it's just about military folks, but PTSD can be from hurricanes, from all kinds of traumas in your life, from accidents, you name it. So you're going to be giving back.
I sure hope so.
I know you will. I know you will.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, this is an expensive procedure. It's going to cost over like $60,000 or so.
Oh, well over.
Well over that. So there's a GoFund account that's been set up for you, and we definitely want to put that on the screen so people can know if they want to assist you. We certainly hope they do. That they would go to that GoFundMe account for Casey. Casey, we appreciate you being here, and we hope that people and parents who may have their children who might be going through this, or an adult, saying, you know what, I need to get that checked out. Every month or so, our show, we talk about people who are making a difference in people's lives. And I want you to know you've made a difference in so many young people and older people watching this show. And we want to give you the Money Talks Making a Difference Award.
Wow.
And we just want to tell you that we appreciate you, and we want you to have that, and when you get back, put that on your desk and think about us here at Money Talks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, I appreciate this.
Okay, we appreciate you, and thank your mother, Miss Sally Oakwind. She's a dear lady. I just fell in love with her over the phone, talking about what she's been going through, and you, because it affects the whole family.
My mother is my rock.
There you go. All right. Sounds good. And look, we want to see you when you come back from having that surgery. That procedure. We know you're going to do well.
Thank you so much.
All righty. We're going to have more Money Talks when we come back, and hopefully I'll be a little less emotional, because she really stirred my soul. I hope she stirred yours too. We'll be right back.
As soon as you play, I'm playing. I'm saying my first drum, second's your first beat. I'm saying first, you 2 feet, then we might stand up. Like first you get your hands, then I get your hands up. My sound, your throat, my dance, your feet. You hear my no heartbeat. The metronome in your chest keeps you in time till there's no time. So you sing till you got no breath, and whoever's next dances to the song you've left. Music creates movements, inspire movements. Where I am, you've been. There is you, then there is music. Music follows you.
Well, welcome back. Each year, 2.1 million single mothers enroll in higher education. Researchers found that nearly 90% of them were low income, 43% worked, and more than 30 hours a week, and 40% were likely or very likely to drop out due to dependent care obligations. Well, the National Nonprofit Education Design Lab is planning to improve those graduation rates. 4 community colleges have been selected to be part of a multi-year design challenge that will test and scale strategies to dramatically improve success rates for single mothers over the next 6 years. The cohorts of institutions who are involved in the initiative include New Orleans' own Delgado Community College, with an enrollment that includes nearly 20% of single parents. Other community colleges that are involved in the program are Central New Mexico Community College in Albuquerque, Monroe Community College in Rochester, New York, and Ivy Tech Community College in Indianapolis, Indiana. Making news also in Delgado Community College's excellence in theater arts education and performance have been recognized with multiple awards, and they were celebrated at the ceremony at the Orpheum Theater recently. Delgado Association Professor Michael Santos received the Theater Person of the Year award and won for Best Supporting Actor in a Play for his role in the NOLA Project's production of The Pillow Man. Delgado received 10 nominations in all, including a Best University Production nomination for The Boys Next Door. Chris Gulich won Best Actress in a musical for her portrayal of Dorothy in the Delgado Theater portrayal of Siem on Stage, co-production of The Wiz. And cast members of The Wiz opened the Big Easy Theater Awards show that night with the energetic number Brand New Day. The Wiz garnered 8 award nominations, including Best Musical and a nomination for Delgado Theater alumni Whitney Mixon for Best Supporting Actress in a Musical. Great news for Delgado. When we come back, we will wrap up this month's Money Talk show, so stay with us.
Louisiana needs a hero.
Someone to look after it, preserve it.
We have to do something now.
If everybody took care of their spot, we wouldn't have this conversation.
We all have to do our part.
The power is yours. All you have to do is pick it up. Care about it. Protect it. Save it.
Be an everyday hero.
Keep Louisiana beautiful.
We're in our last segment of the show. We're glad that you could be with us. I always like to introduce and let people know about different entrepreneurial spirits that are in the city. And there's a entrepreneurial company that's opened here, and it's called Bronto Digital Agency. And I have the pleasure of the founder right next to me, Mr. Farai Caldwell. Hello, Farai. And one of the directors, Brittany Nicholas. Welcome. Tell us about this company and what do you all do?
So we are a full suite digital marketing agency. We also offer print marketing as well. And we partner with businesses in the community to promote their brand messages. Essentially, we create websites, we do social media management, we do print advertising, we do digital advertising. Anything to communicate your business's message to the public is what we handle.
So this is a great time for you all to be doing this, and because New Orleans is constantly changing, particularly with social media and things like that. And Brittany, of course, you're one of the directors. You do the sales and the marketing pieces.
Correct.
Okay. Tell us what that's like.
Well, it's really awesome. We actually go on a lot of sales calls. We do a lot of, so the sales, I do a lot of sales calls, and we actually have a team of employees, and I take them with me, and it's really a fun experience just to get their feet wet, because a lot of us are really fresh in this. And so with the marketing, we're handling all of our clients' marketing endeavors on top of handling our own marketing endeavors with Bronto. So it's really fun. It's a lot of work.
I'm sure.
Every day is just a
this came together because a lot of y'all went to school together, and so you decided to pull your resources together and make it work. Xavier, is it?
Yeah, Xavier.
Okay. That's okay. My fraternity brother was the former chancellor over there, Dr. Norman Francis. So,
Nice. We love Dr. Francis.
So when you all are out doing things, you're also working with the city with a program there. Tell us about that.
So right now we have a partnership with Job One, where we are helping to increase the number of employed individuals in the community. Actually, one of our employees is here now through the Job One program, and we decided to do that because a part of our mission with Bronto is to reach back to help bring people forward.
Okay. And speaking of bringing them forward, why don't we have them come on up? LaRonda Eaglin, she's your project director. LaRonda,
Yes.
come on in here. And Janae Hankton is the project assistant. Is that correct?
right. Yes.
So that, you know, I wanted everybody to see who the people are, the movers and shakers behind this program. I think that's great. And where can people find you all? They need to locate you in terms of saying, you know what, I want to give these young people a shot and see what happens with our work.
So you can find us online at BrontoDigitalAgency.com. You also can find us on all major social media platforms at Bronto Digital Agency.
That sounds good.
Thank you so much.
I'll be keeping an eye on you all, and as you grow and progress, feel free to come back and see us here at Money Talks, okay?
Awesome.
Well, that's going to do it for our program today. I met these young people last night, and I said I had to have them on the show, so we got you all in here. We appreciate y'all coming in. Well, that's going to do it for us for this show. Remember to do something good for yourself, do something good for someone else, and to always stay in peace, not pieces. I'm Ed Marshall. Until next month, we'll see you.
Money Talks with Ed Marshall is brought to you by